pathetic.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Women. As the Minister is aware, today is International Women's Day. It's a day where we're asked to imagine a gender-equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes and discrimination, a world that's diverse, equitable and inclusive, a world where difference is valued and celebrated. And on today, we are called to work together to forge women's equality. Sadly though, for trans women, there's not much to celebrate, as they are under attack from Senator Clare Chandler's divisive, hurtful and utterly unnecessary Women's in Sports Bill. Minister, the Premier and the Sports Minister have both recently said that they do not support Senator Chandler's bill. Will you now also add your voice as Minister for Women, condemning this bill? And will you stand up and defend the rights of all women, both trans and cis?
What a great question.
Honourable Minister for Women.
Yeah.
Thank the member for her question.
It should be straightforward.
The Premier has been very clear on this topic and he has spoken for the government. I'm part of the government and I concur with his statement. I am very excited to be here from my first International Women's Day as the Minister for Women. The Tasmanian Government is committed to ensuring that all women and girls in Tasmania feel safe and have the opportunity to fully participate in our economic, social, political and community life. And I look around this chamber and I see good Tasmanian female politicians, and I would like to acknowledge everybody in the chamber today on that score. To date, we have the Tasmanian Women's Strategy 2018 to 2021, which has been guiding the government's agenda to support women's equal access to opportunity in our state, Mr Speaker. A number of action plans were released under the previous strategy, and it's very pleasing and encouraging to see the results of these having an impact in our community. There are programs aimed at upskilling women to take up jobs in the building and construction industry, apprentice programs opening now targeting female apprentices. We'll have more to say on that today. Scholarships for leadership programs, and significant initiatives and partnerships under the safety, health and wellbeing priorities of the strategy. As a new Minister for Women, I'm very much looking forward to meeting stakeholders in coming weeks who are already delivering outcomes with the support of the Tasmanian Government. But the world has changed. It's changed enormously since the last strategy was launched in 2018. And I think this is an appropriate time to acknowledge those of our sisters in the Ukraine and in Afghanistan who need additional help and support. And I certainly will continue my focus on fairness and equality for all Tasmanian women, particularly refugee and migrant women. The last 2 years in particular has, as I've said, been very challenging, and one of my priorities in this portfolio will be steering the new strategy through the final stages. I would like to acknowledge the work of the previous Minister for Women, Jane Howlett, and also Jackie Petrusma, who have both done a power of work in this area. And I hope to continue carriage of this portfolio in a sensible manner. The next iteration of the strategy, the Tasmanian Women's Strategy 2022-2027, is an opportunity to look forward, to look at what we've done well and what we can do better to support women and girls in Tasmania now. And I do look forward to updating the House on its progress in coming weeks.